Hey YouTube, it is race day 2011 here, www.iRacing.weebly.com. And today's diecast review will be a very special diecast review. I bought two really cool IndyCar diecasts. Depending on which one I upload first, you've probably seen it already, but this is on the first diecast that I bought this week. It is in tribute to a legend in the Eyes on IndyCar series, and it is one that I'll go into history books as one of my favorite IndyCar diecasts. It is none other than the Dario Franchitti 2012 Indianapolis 500 champion diecast. Brody, you're joined here today by my diecast review. You know, this car was a gift from my grandmother, my grandfather. You know, if anybody doesn't know, I'm sorry. I'm getting a little emotional reviewing this car. I'm sorry about that. This car was given to me by my grandparents because my grandmother was diagnosed with lung cancer a couple years ago, and she wound up dying a week later, succumbing to the disease. But before she passed, she gave $100 to her grandchildren, and I just want to show you the two diecasts that I got from this. You know, she gave $100 each to one of us, me, my sister, and my cousins. But these are the two lovely pieces of diecast that I got out of memory of my grandparents. Look at this. This is a lovely set of diecast right here. Brody, what do you think of this? Was this money worth spending? This will go in history as the last gift I ever got from them.
Oh yeah, and I mean, that just makes it better, but, for people, who don't have that kind of attachment to this car, no matter what, it's a great car. I mean, that was an awesome race, and it certainly is one hell of a good win for Dario to go out on.
I absolutely think so too. It just makes it even more special. If you haven't seen the review of the TK car yet, we're going to re-review that, but this is a tribute to my grandparents. You'll see, that's probably why it explains the intro that you got, the little intro dedicated to them and stuff. That's my grandparents, and this is a lovely memory in them and stuff. And my grandma always wanted me to get diecast, and she was always a big supporter of that. Actually, the last gift that she ever actually got me was the junior race version in 2010, but this is a lovely piece of diecast to go out on. And Brody, why don't you start off with the sponsors on the front wing here?
Well, on the front wing, on the left side, you got... Oh yeah, you're supposed to say this.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. You know what? On the front wing, we got Huggies, kids, and Clorox. Bleach, man. Brody, go ahead.
On the other side, you got Swab Professionals and Energizer. Going up the wing, you got the Laura, Revel, or Revel, I don't even know. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, delicious. Kodak, Income, TomTom, Philips, the Izod IndyCar Series, Honda, 50, which is, of course, for the 50th anniversary of Target, the Target logo, Kellogg's, Breathe Right, Gillette, Sobe Life Water, and Maxwell House Coffee.
Don't forget the mirrors, Brody.
On the mirrors, you got Ask Pro Shops and McDonald's.
McDonald's. Look at the camera here from this window right here. I always love the camera views of the DW12, Brody. Look at that. Sorry about that. I tried to do that. Go ahead.
So that's something that they seem to have designed in mind with the DW12. Camera angles. It's just basically they made it for the fans, it seems, almost.
Absolutely. There's another camera angle here, which was always from the IRL days, from the camera view on the TV cam here. So go ahead, Brody.
All right. On the wing tip, you got Reese's and Phillips. Of course, you got the Indianapolis 500 tires. But on the side of the nose, you got some sponsors. You got Incom, TomTom, Kodak, Revel. Inside of the tire, it's really hard to see. But in the suspension, pretty much, you got Target, Sherwin-Williams, and Lincoln Welders. And on the suspension, you have Target, which is funny because it wasn't on the real car. And then you can go ahead and take it from here. Oh, by the way, Firestone logo, awesome. Yes.
Yes. And we got Life Water, Gillette, Breathe Right, Kellogg's, Maxwell House. We got the Target logo on the Batwing plate. Got Target logos all over this fucking car. And you also got right here on the where the exhaust pipes are, you got Target, Eyes on IndyCar Series. On the engine cover, you got Swap for Men, you got Clorox, Energizer, Huggies, Honda, Target Chip Ganassi Racing, Eyes on IndyCar Champions, 2008, 2009, 2010, and 2011. Eyes on IndyCar Series, and the TV cam is covered with Target logos. And if you look real closely here, the number 50 is right above the driver's cockpit. Oh, shoot. Did I press the wrong button? Never mind. There we go. I'm sorry about that. I pressed the play button on my camera, and I thought I fucked things up again. Of course, you got Firestone. You got Akuma Makata. That's what Jimmy...
That's what I was getting at in my video, but I think people just thought I was insane.
Yeah, Jimmy Spencer once said that, so I always say that. 50 on the back wing there. We got Microsoft. We got Dell, Sepang Nitro, and St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. On the wing here, you got Banana Boat, Sport Performance, Sunoco. Back here with the tire guards. Look at those lovely tire guards. And the side the same as the left. So, you know, Brody, this is a lovely tribute to Dario Franchitti. You know, I always want to thank Dario for all the accomplishments he had in the Eyes on IndyCar series. I got a little message here. So, Brody, why don't you go say something about Dario Franchitti real quick, bro?
Well, you know, I used to hate Dario Franchitti. I'm not going to lie. I never was happy when he won the 500. I always despised Dario. Until 2011, when I got a huge wake-up call when we lost Dan Weldon. And I realized that Dario is... You know, he can be a little bit of a jerk on track, but he's a really good-hearted man. Yeah, it may not seem like it from the distance he's had with Will Power and a couple other guys, but I have to say, Dario Franchitti is easily going to be one of the biggest names ever to go through IndyCar racing. He's going to be the Michael Schumacher, the Dale Sr., the Richard Petty of IndyCar. You know, and for those of you who got to see him win, you guys should really, cherish that. I got to see him win all three of his 500s. And I'm going to cherish that till the day I die because he is a legend. And no one will forget the name Dario Franchitti because like I said, he's easily one of the best ever to go through the sport of IndyCar.
Yep. And I'm going to give multiple camera reviews. Once again, I'm going to give you the camera view right behind the tire guard here. This is one of my favorite. This is personally my favorite here for the DW12. But,
One facing the cockpit.
Me too, man. I love that too. But, I would say something about Dario Franchitti as well. I was never a big fan of Dario, but seeing him, I saw them all on TV, so I'm not as special as Brody here, but I also did get to see Dario win all his 3 Indy 500s. I mean, the first 500 that I saw him win, I was extremely rooting for him and all that stuff. And in 2010, I was disappointed ended on the yellow. But the 2012, I saw Dario win his third, and I was like, it's a blessing to see Dario win three of his Indy 500s. I wasn't nearly cheering him or booing him or anything. I was more laughing at Takuma Sato when he failed going into turn 1. But then I realized, it's the Indy 500. You got to go for it, man. And this is just a lovely piece of diecast. And Dario Franchitti is an absolute legend to the sport. I think that's all we have to say about that, Brody, isn't it?
Well, yeah, just... Basically, all that has to be said about Dario is that he is easily one of the best, if not the best, ever to race an IndyCar. Statistically, for sure.
Yep, and I also like to thank a couple people for this diecast review. I like to thank you personally, Brody. I like to thank personally my grandparents for supplying me with this lovely piece of diecast. I'll have to make I'm planning on Christmas to make a little special table with a picture of my grandparents above it, and to have Dario and Tony Kanaan's car right below it, and to have Junior's car below it as well. And then to have a whole bunch of pictures and family memoirs underneath that as well. So, it's going to be pretty cool. If I can't do that by now, I will be sure to do that when I get my new house coming in about a couple months here. I'm graduating college in September 2014, and I'm planning on moving. So, when I get my own apartment, we can have a little table full of special IndyCar diecast, Brody.
I already do.
Yep. So comment, like, and subscribe, guys. And this race day I'm reminding you to join the fight to stop bullying. And thank you, Dario. Hashtag thank you, Dario. Make sure you use that on Twitter. Goodbye, everybody.